Hi there! Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. This video is part of my Sunday motivation series in which I try to help set the tone for your next week. Ang napansin ko kasi every Sunday nights usually down na tayo kasi magsisimula na naman yung another work week, another study week, and wala na tayo ng motivation to face that new week again. So, hopefully, this will give you a bit of a boost para ma-overcome nyo yung feeling na yan and ma-remember nyo to as you face your new week ahead. Okay? Now, today, we're going to talk about yung pinaka part 2 siguro ng ating series on Proverbs. Last week, we started by talking about kung ano ba talaga or kung paano ba talaga tumalino, how can you gain wisdom. And we already discussed that, so if you haven't seen that video yet, you can click right here. This is different from my usual content. Usually, I post math, language, logic lessons. And if you want anything like that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon para wala kayong ma-miss because I make a bunch of those na bago every week. Okay? Now, today, like I said, it's all about wisdom pa rin. It's part of our wisdom series. And dahil dyan, we're going to go through the entire book of Proverbs din. Now, pag-usapan na natin yung select verses natin on Proverbs chapter 1. Today, we're going to move to Proverbs chapter 2. And again, all about wisdom pa rin. Today, we're going to talk about the truth about wisdom. Now, we're going to start so verses 1 to 8. Okay? Verses 1 to 8, they talk about the cost of gaining wisdom. Okay? And let me just read that passage to you and point out some of the key verses. Okay? In Proverbs chapter 2, verse 1, it says, "My son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding, and if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, and if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God." Now, there are a few things that I want to point out dun sa passage na yon. Okay? Those are the 3 things na kailangan ninyong i-give up or kailangan ninyong pag-isipan when it comes to your quest for wisdom and knowledge. Okay? Yung first part, it says, in verse 2, it says, "Turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding." When you talk about turning your ear, what it actually means is turning your attention to. Okay? Kaya nga, di ba, pag sinasabi, lend me your ears, ang ibig sabihin nun, pahiram ng attention mo. So, when you say turning your ear, ano ibig sabihin nun? When you go through the motion on turning your ear, it's like, ano ba talaga yung pinakikinggan mo or ano ba ang binibigyan mo ng attention? So, the thing is, okay, if you really want to gain knowledge, if you want to gain understanding, ask yourself, what are you paying attention to? Okay? Kasi kung ano yung nagpipay ka na attention to, that's what you're going to learn. Okay? Now, the second part I want to point out is in verse 3. It says, "And if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding." Now, that passage right there, okay, it says, cry aloud, call out. Ibig sabihin, kung sumisigaw ka daw, okay, at nang hinahanap mo siya, okay, parang kumaga sisisa lang Basilio Crispin, no? Kung sumisigaw ka looking for knowledge and looking for understanding, you will find it. Now, actually, that part can be a little bit harder, okay? If the first thing na hinihingi or the cost of wisdom is attention, the second one is even harder. It costs your pride, okay? It costs your pride kasi it entails na you look for help, okay? You cry aloud. You openly admit that you are looking for wisdom or looking for knowledge. And that part is rather hard to do. Kasalanan niya ng maraming tao, and I admit to that then. There are times na instead of actually looking for help, I would rather just try to figure it out by myself. Sometimes that's good, but hindi lahat ng pagkakataon maganda yun. Okay? Minsan, and again, if you're like this, hopefully you change it. If you know anyone like this, huwag nyo naman silang kalabitin or huwag nyo i-share ito para magparinig, no? Pero may mga tao na nagpapanggap na alam na ng isang bagay. Okay? They pretend like they know it. And that in itself, yung decision na yan na magpanggap na alam, ay yung nakakahinder sa kanila from gaining new knowledge. Kasi instead of asking for help and learning, nagpapanggap sila na alam nila, pero hindi nila alam, hanggang eventually, it just blows up. Okay? Kung meron kayong mga na-experience na gano'n, marami na ako na-experience yung nagpapanggap siya, kunyari alam niya, tapos bigla na lang, pag lumabas na yung reporting, bigla na lang, magkakagulo na lang. Okay? So, anong susi when you're looking for wisdom? What's the cost? You have to give up your pride. Okay? That's the second thing that it costs. The third, okay, in the passage it says in verse 4, "And if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure." So, pag hinahanap mo daw siya na para siyang silver or para siyang mahalagang bagay as treasure, you will find it. Now, what happens if you're looking for treasure? If you're looking for something that's really valuable sa iyo? Okay? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Di ba pag naghahanap ka ng something important sa'yo, like, siguro sa context natin ngayon, something like your cellphone, right? If you're out with your friends, tapos napansin mo nawawala yung cellphone mo, what do? Hindi ba, you don't just give it your attention, you don't just look for help. What do? You give up your own time, your effort. Nakakapagod, okay? Pero hahanapin mo siya hanggang makita mo siya kasi it's very important. To the point na, minsan, di ba, pag naiwan natin yung cellphone natin sa bahay, kahit na medyo late ka na, tatakbo ka pa rin pa uwi, okay? You will give up anything just to get it. So, when it comes to looking for wisdom or learning new things, is that the same attitude that we have? Now, I don't know if you can answer that firmly with a yes, pero kahit ako, I struggle with that. Let me give you an example, okay? Dito lang, sa paggawa ng video or pag-shoot ng mga pictures, I know I have a lot to learn pa when it comes to this. And I have a lot of friends who are really good at it. Now, not all of my friends went into photography school, okay? Hindi sila lahat aral, hindi sila lahat nakapag-workshop or anything like that. Most of them actually learned from YouTube or from books or from asking someone to mentor them, okay? So, ibig sabihin to, itong mga self-taught na to na tao, they are just motivated by their own need to learn. So, they devoted a lot of their time, attention, and effort into learning how to use a camera well. And when we hang out, I would usually tell them, oh, nakakaingit ka naman, ang galing-galing mo naman. Sana ganyan din ako. Okay? And I would compliment their work kasi talaga ang gagaling nila. Okay? Ang galing ng production value nila, ang galing nila kumuha ng shots. Okay? And then, okay, pag sinabi nila sa akin na, hindi, kaya mo rin to. Look, ganito. Tapos sasabihin nila sa akin kung ano yung kailangan ko matutunan when they start explaining about aperture, about yung f-stop, all of those things, ISO. Okay? And I look at them in awe kasi ang dami nilang alam. Pero when it comes to me learning that, okay, sometimes I sign off. Okay? I would go, ay, wait lang, sorry, nano-nosebleed na ako, hindi ko na kaya. Ganon. And yung refusal to learn na yon actually comes from the fact that really gusto ko siyang matutunan but I don't want it enough. So, I want you to be honest with yourself, okay? Say you're here for the civil service tutorials or PhilSat tutorials, all of those things na gusto nyo matutunan na bago. How much do you want it? Okay? And I want you to be honest with yourself. Do you really want it enough? Okay? Kasi, if you want it enough, there are things that you have to give up. May cost yan. May cost yung learning. And frankly, when it comes to photography, I want to learn, but maybe I don't want it enough. Kaya hindi ako willing to give as much time and attention to that. Kasi what I'm really passionate about is teaching. Okay? So I would rather make videos like this than go into a workshop or learn on my own spare time. So the truth is, yung sinasabi natin lagi na, ay, hindi ko yan talent, usually, hindi naman sa hindi mo lang siya talent or dahil hindi mo alam. Ang usual na honest answer dyan is that I just don't see it as important. Okay? I don't see na it's worth my time. Now, if you are after wisdom and knowledge and learning something that you really think would be valuable to you, you have to willing to give up a lot of things. Again, you have to be willing to give up your attention. So, mababawasan yung pag-Candy Crush. Panonood ako anong mga tutorials or kung ano-anong mga teleserye. Instead of that, you are going to put value on what you want to learn. Okay? You're going to have to give up your pride. And again, I see this sa mga students ko. I've had students na accomplished naman sila sa field nila. Mga talented naman sila, mga matatalino naman sila. Just last week, I met up with Tita Mayan, and you could say that she's an expert in her field when it comes to accounting and putting up a business and everything like that. But when it comes to this, she's very humble then to say na parang, oh, likes, maybe I can learn something from you. So it takes pride, like I said. And if, again, you're willing to put in the time and the effort, then you can learn. So yun yung cost when it comes to wisdom. Okay? Now, hindi naman yan puro negative kasi I don't want you to leave the video on a negative note, no? The next verses, actually, verses 9 to 21, it talks all about the credit when it comes to wisdom. Ano yung credit ng wisdom? Ano yung value niya? Okay? This is my this is my effort then to make it more memorable for you. All of the points start with C. Okay? So, ano yung credit? Ano yung importansya niya? Ano yung value of learning wisdom? If you read verses 9 to 21, okay, which I encourage that you do, I'm going to post a link below dun sa entire passage natin so you can read along, no? But I'm going to point out just a few verses. It says again in verse 11, it says, discretion will protect you and understanding will guard you. So again, it will keep you safe, Okay, in verse 12, same thing. Wisdom will save you from the ways of the wicked men. Okay, it will save you from anything that is going to give you harm. Ganun yung theme for the next verses sa entire chapter. So, verses 9 to 21. It's all about how wisdom is going to protect you. So, the thing is, even if it costs a lot, okay, wisdom is worth it. Yun yung point. Okay? So, may credit. Yun ang importante. Okay? When you're looking for wisdom. Now, there is a stern warning sa verse 22. Okay? And that is our third point. Okay? Gaining wisdom, if you have wisdom, there is credit. But if you don't have wisdom, there's actually a consequence. And I'll read verse 22 to you. It says, "But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the unfaithful will be torn from it." Okay? So, yung wicked and unfaithful, in the context of the Proverbs, ang wicked yan yung mga unwise. Okay? They will be cut off. And I think when it comes sa context ng civil service exam, masyado na siyang painful for us, masyado nang totoo siya for us. Kasi with the thrust sa contractualization and sa pag-alis ng mga people who are ineligible sa job position, this is literal for a lot of you guys. Okay? And that is what gives me so much pressure din. Na I know na in some agencies may countdown calendar na magtatanggal talaga sila if hindi kayo nakapasa ng exam, or kahit yung mga people who have really long years of service, delikado yung kanilang posisyon dahil lang sa eligibility nila. So, I think ang gusto ko talagang i-emphasize dito is, when it comes to searching for wisdom or knowledge, hindi lang yan kasing katulad nung sa civil service exam or any exam for that matter, but in life in general. If there's something that you want to learn, if you want to gain wisdom, if you want to be smarter, if you want to gain understanding, there will always be a cost. But it's going to be worth it kasi may credit when it comes to wisdom and gaining knowledge. And if you don't, there's always a consequence. So, it's up to you to weigh these things and find kung ano ba talaga importante sa inyo. And I hope that kind of gives you a bit of a motivation dito sa next week. What are you willing to do? What are the things that you can give up? What are the things that you can step up more when it comes to studying? And hopefully, okay, maiwan to sa inyo until the next week. Next week, we're going to start a new series, okay? The series is entitled Good, Bad Things. Okay, and I'm excited about that kasi I already put up my outline dun sa discourse na yon, and I'm excited to teach you guys that. So if you don't want to miss it, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Next week yan, Sunday natin ipopost, and I'm eager to learn with you. Okay, kasi the thing with me rin, making all of these Sunday motivation videos, I really have to ask the Lord din kung anong ituturo ko sa inyo, and I have to study din para may maituro ko sa inyo. So it's a journey that I'm taking with you guys. Maybe I'm just a little bit, maybe a half step na nauna sa inyo kasi nauna ko na siyang dinigest before I taught you guys. But we're all going through this entire book of Proverbs together, and I hope that I can see you there and matuto pa tayo ng more from each other. Okay, so I appreciate all of your comments, all of the things that you post below. I'm open to discourse. You can post a comment there. And if you want more of these, ito yung motivational quotes, mga advice, all of the personal stuff, you can go to www.facebook.com/atelayca.maravilla. And if you want yung mga tutorials, math, language, and all of those things, I post new content every day. You can go to www.facebook.com/teamlyca. Thank you guys for watching. If you felt na this was helpful, don't forget to hit like, share this with your friends, lalo na kung kailangan din nila itong marinig. And as always, I'm here for you guys, rooting for you. Never stop learning. Adja, kaya niyan. I'll see you in my next video, and bye for now.